If we were having a Thanksgiving this year, this is what I would bring. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We have a great side dish, a must-have for Thanksgiving and throughout the holidays. If you play your cards right here, you can have this all year long. Yeah, cranberry sauce. But make sure you have a can of this on the table for Thanksgiving. You have to have this. It's a law in 49 states. You have to have a can of jellied cranberries. But as you may have imagined, we're going to make our own cranberry sauce here. Fresh cranberries. Get yourself about a pound bag. Make sure you wash these and rinse these ahead of the time. But all right, let's get your shopping list. Let's get our stuff together. This is super, super simple. If you're hosting Thanksgiving, you have to make this. If you're going someplace else, you should 125% make this. Why? What we're going to show you is great if somebody has overcooked their turkey or they're serving stuff that you don't like. This is just so fabulous that it makes everything else on the plate ring. So let's go. We're going to pop this thing onto the stove and get you up and running. Cranberry sauce, fresh, today, in your kitchen. Let's get started. All right, so now we're over at the stove. We're going to put this on medium heat. And first thing we're going to do is add the cranberries. Doing it like this because I don't want to lose any of these. All right, so now that we have the cranberries in, we're going to add a cup of sugar. If you're watching sugar, you could use 2/3 or even half of a cup. But I feel that 1 cup is where it's at. Just give it a quick stir. Now we're going to add 1/3 cup of water. 1/3 cup water. Stir. Now we'll bring this up to a boil. Look at that, it's coming right to a boil. We're going to give it another quick stir here. You'll see that your water is starting to turn red. It means we're almost ready to move on to phase 2. We're almost ready for phase 2. All right, guys, now we're going to add a cinnamon stick. This is phase 2, baby. Cinnamon stick. 1/2 teaspoon ground allspice. 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg. We're going to set this down to a simmer. 1/4 teaspoon ground cardamom. Wow, does that smell good. 1/8 teaspoon of ground ginger. And 1/8 ground clove. And we're going to give this a stir. You can really smell the aroma. So we're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to move on to phase 3. Look at that. As they cook and simmer for the 10 minutes, you'll start seeing the cranberries explode and soften. And it's starting to really, really come together now. The smell is completely amazing. I can't wait to zest this orange and get the finishing touches in there. The sooner it gets cooked, we can chill it, we can get it on the plate, better for everybody. All right, looking beautiful. Look at that. Oh boy. The orange. Let's get a good zest on this. Be careful not to get the white part of the orange that's bitter. Give it a quick stir. This is a pretty large orange, so you don't have to zest the whole thing. It's okay to safely let it cool off and give it a little bit of a taste test. And we're going to add in the orange juice here in a moment. Look at that. So again, we have a pretty nice orange here. Look at that. Glistening. It's fairly large, so I'm only going to juice half of this, but if you have a smaller one, feel free to to use the whole orange. I want to make sure I'm getting a good balance in between the cranberry and the orange. With a lot of zest, it could tilt over pretty quickly. Look at that. That is fresh squeezed, hand squeezed fresh orange juice. Give it a stir. Look at what we have here. This is beautiful. See, it's turning almost into a jelly. We have our cinnamon stick in there doing its work. All of the spices melding together. These are getting nice and soft. At this point, you could pull this off the heat, but what I'm looking to do is get this a little bit more jelly-like. So I'm gonna get some more of these cooked down here. I would say 5 to 7 minutes tops on a simmer will put us exactly where we want to be. But I can tell you right now that this was super simple and it's so worth it. Look at that color. All right, guys, we got it to the consistency that we were looking for. Check it out. So excited. Look at that. Smell that. Put your nose on the screen right now. Ooh. You just get the holiday aromas. Wow. That cranberry is tart. It's popping with flavor. Then all of the spices and aromatics come in. And then finally that little bit of orange zest gives it that tang. Very well balanced, not too sweet. This is amazing cranberry sauce. What was it, 30 minutes or less? Yeah, it's probably about right. If we were having a Thanksgiving this year, this is what I would bring. And I'd be the star. Sorry, whoever cooked the turkey, but this cranberry sauce made the meal. Or maybe the dessert did. But you didn't see that one yet. You're gonna have to CLS. Comment, like, subscribe to this video. Don't miss a thing. We have some drink recipes coming. Oh, guess what? If you have an adults only Thanksgiving, you could top this cranberry sauce off with a little bit of Grand Marnier, Cointreau, Calvados, or an Applejack whiskey. It's a pretty open palate. I wouldn't suggest that if kids are at the table, but if it's just you and you know everybody's over 21, toss it in. A little free tip there for you. So all right, let's wrap this up so we could get on to the next dish. But again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Definitely like and comment below. We appreciate it. Hope you and yours have a great holiday season. And I'm just looking forward to Thanksgiving. Let's get it going. See you next week.